This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network. And now let's check in and see if CHARLEY-K1GZL is on frequency to bring us up to date on the latest 40-meter band propagation. Charlie's QTH is up north in northern New Hampshire, near the Canadian border. Charlie, got a copy?
You're running up to 6 to 9 direct from southern Indiana near Louisville, Kentucky. Normally I do have a recording of Captain Mike, which I have a little bit here, recorded a month or so ago when he was in north of northern Indiana in a Boeing 767 two-engine jet plane at 39,000 feet. But I only got a few seconds of him. He's in the hospital now, but I think he's going to be fine. It's just a matter of evaluation on what possible ailment he might have, possibly with the gallbladder, but we're not sure. Anyway, I do have that. I also, yesterday morning on the 27th, at a few minutes after 4, I did get on 20, not 40, but 20, and I worked a fellow east of Melbourne. I had a little line noise in the background I was picking up, but here is the tape. This is K1GZL.
K1GZL, KS4 Whiskey Charlie. We're about 18 miles north of Toledo, or up to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Fort Wayne at 390 with 510 miles to go. We're still estimating Philly at 45 your time, Charlie. And you're dropped down a little bit, but you're still 5'9 plus. K1GZL with KS4 Whiskey Charlie.
Now Australia.
W1 Golf, Balloon here, Charlie, over. ZL, VK3IR. Yeah, Charlie. My name is Ross. Romeo, Oscar, November. Romeo, Oscar, November. And yeah, it's been a little while since we chatted to you. Last time was in November on 40 meters last year. November. So yeah, in between time you've been in hospital. Well, so Bill 5 and 757, pretty good copy. Yeah, still European signals are still coming through, so there can be some QR Mexico from time to time. But yeah, I'm in Melbourne now, 35 miles east of Melbourne. 35 miles east of Melbourne, just on the edge of the Melbourne city area. And not really in the city. I've got quite a lot of neighbours, but I have a few tall trees. I've got a big block of land and a few tall trees there, so my wire antenna is on top of the tree.
Okay, and that's so I hope you copied that. I don't know. Maybe you're getting me through Milford, and I wonder how we're doing through that place. KC9VKV, K1GZL.
Roger, Charlie. Looks like about 30 over on the Milford. And when the guy was talking about trees, was he talking about his antenna was up in the trees?
Up in the trees? Yes, it was. He had just a wire antenna up pretty high up in the trees. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Well, he sure was banging in for sure. What was the signal strength of him?
What was the signal strength of him? He was running a 9 to 10 over, a 9 to 10 dB over 9. Although I had a noise level of about a 7 due to the darn line noise I had back on frequency again. Yeah, he was doing very well. I tuned 40 meters after I got off of 20. I heard one VK4, but he was in a pileup oh my God, probably a dozen stations, and we had a lot of sporadic E. Short skip yesterday morning on 40 at 4, when I was listening at that time, 4:30 in the morning. I was hearing New York, New Jersey, Long Island, just banging in up here, and that usually reduces the Australians because the sporadic E cloud being half the height of the F layer, which we normally use at 150, 175 miles above the Earth. It's about 70, 80, 85 miles above the Earth, sporadic E, and that cuts off a lot of the RF directly up to the F layer. And we run into that mostly every summer. We get a lot of this sporadic E short skip. And if you get stuck under one of these sporadic E clouds, no matter what you're running, it's going to reduce your signal. KX4W, KC4, KC9VKV. I'll get it someday. K1GZL.
Roger, Charlie. Well, I have been pondering asking you a question regarding our airtime for the network, and I'm just wondering if we would be better off propagation-wise to go to like 4:30 instead of 3:30 as far as airtime.
3:30 as far as airtime.
You mean do it a little later at 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock? Half an hour later? Go ahead.
Yes, sir. 4 o'clock or 4:30, somewhere around in there, but a little bit later in time. Would that be give us some better propagation?
Would that be give us some better propagation?
I think that may be okay until we get too far into the season. Then we'd have to back up again. We'd have to back up again, I think. But yeah, we could try it at 4. We could try it at 4. The band might be a little more stable, especially for the lower power stations. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Well, I shall ponder that, and we'll see how that goes. I think we may be shifting back just a little bit later than 2:30 or 3:30. Maybe 4:30, somewhere around in there. Roger.
4:30, somewhere around in there. Roger.
Yeah, I think 4:30 might be a little bit late. There you'd get more people on, and the band would be more crowded. It'd be harder to get a frequency. So let me know. We'll be on the usual time next week. And if you make a decision like moving it 1/2 hour later to 4 o'clock, by the way, the Australians right now in the Melbourne area are 14 hours ahead of us. 14 hours ahead of us, by the way. Go ahead.
Roger. Well, we're just pondering it at the moment, so we'll huddle a little bit later and figure it out. Roger.
Huddle a little bit later and figure it out. Roger.
So next week we'll start at 3:30. 3:30, is that all right?
Yes, sir. That's the game plan at this moment. Roger.
14 hours ahead of us, by the way. Go ahead. Okay, that was a double. Give it to me again, Mike. Go ahead. Jim, go ahead.
Roger, yeah. 3:30 until we figure it out some more. Roger. I think we got some deliberate interference. I'm not real sure.
Okay, Jim. Okay, so I'll catch you at 3:30. 3:30 next week. Is that all? Roger, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Roger. And big 73 up there, sir. I hope you're feeling beautiful. Roger.
Yes, sir. I hope you're feeling beautiful. Roger.
Well, I want to feel gorgeous, but hello. Well, we're testing for audio purposes here. Okay, Jim, 73. The very best down there, and keep up the good work you are doing. KC9VKV, K1GZL, Clarksville, northern New Hampshire, 4 air miles east and southeast of the Quebec border of Canada at 2,000 30 feet above sea level.
Roger, Roger, Charlie, 73 of that way, sir. Have a great afternoon, a beautiful weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. My name is Jim, KC9VKV, better known in some circles as Dr. VKV, and we are recording now live till 5, so if you have a radio you want to check out, give us a shout. We'll post this recording up on YouTube in the next couple of days. So when you go to YouTube, just do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook. That's Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook, and that will take you to our Qso-Vlog page, where we're currently featuring over 2,600 Qso-Vlog aircheck recordings. This recording will be cut number 1 in that series. So, without further ado, let's open it up and see who's out there. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog network. If you have a radio you want to check out, give us a shout.